Yeah, the band Blackberry Smoke, they're from Atlanta. We do a fair amount of charity events and fundraising events, and so does the band. They raise a lot of money for families that are dealing with childhood cancer. And however it happened, our head of sales and their business development guy met up at charity events and kept running into each other and then started talking about maybe doing a beer that could raise some money for charity. And then Britt Turner, who was the drummer in the band, who passed away last year, unfortunately, but he was the driver of this whole partnership with us. You know, it's a funny story. I remember we were launching our beer in Myrtle Beach, and Jeff Chasner, who's our head of sales, came up to me and said, "Hey, dude, can I talk to you about something?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what's going on?" He said, "We're talking about," and he knows that I'm a huge music guy, right? He knows that I'm really into music. I want to name all of our beers with musical references, et cetera, et cetera. That's just who I am. And he's like, "We're talking to a band about possibly doing a beer together, and I want to make sure you're okay with it." And I said, "Yeah, yeah. Who's the band?" And he said, "Well, it's a band called Blackberry Smoke." And I said, "You're kidding me." Really? I said, "I love that band. I've been listening to them for years. They're one of my favorite bands. They're Atlanta. They're amazing musicians. They put on a great show. They tour around the world. I mean, they play over 200 to 250 gigs a year all around the world. They work as hard as anybody I've ever met." And so when Britt came into the brewery, and me, I'm trying not to be fanboy here when he comes in, but we sat down, we started talking about the beer, and he goes, "Look, let's kind of level set here. Number one, this is a beer for our fans. So we want to celebrate 20 years of being a band and celebrate our fans by giving them this beer. So we don't want an IPA. Our fans don't drink IPA. We don't want anything with blackberry in it. We don't want anything with smoke in it." And I said, "Okay." I'd been to a few shows.